Hello everybody, welcome to this week's myth. This week we're looking at the myth that if you're trying to go from not being able to do a bodyweight pull-up to doing a bodyweight pull-up for the first time, the best way to do that is to do pull-ups every day. I'm going to say that that's probably not the best way to go. What you're doing in that situation is you're wearing out those muscles every day. You never have a chance to recover, and then your progress is actually going to be slowed. So what I would suggest instead of doing pull-ups every day to get from no pull-up to getting to two pull-up or getting to a pull-up with body weight, is to go through what I would call a phase progression. So you'll start with trying to do a pull-up, and we're going to look at the parts that you have a hard time with. Maybe the part that's holding you back from your pull-up is your ability to retract or set your scapula. Maybe your arm muscles, like your biceps and your lat muscles, are weaker than they need to be to get your body up there. Maybe you're working on losing weight and you're trying to lose a couple pounds. That'll help get your pull-ups, get you a pull-up easier. Each of these will be different for each person, and it will really depend on what you need. So you have to go through and look at, or have someone else help you look at, what your path to a pull-up is going to be. So best way to do that, what we've used here in the gym, is we'll set you up on a band-assisted pull-up and then watch your form. Now, if we notice that your scaps are what's holding you back, then we'll make sure that we're getting that for you in a different part of your workout on a different day, and that you're getting extra work in on that to strengthen yourself so you can be in a position to do a pull-up. Now, if you're working on it and you realize that maybe your lat strength, you're pulling muscles that drive your elbow down to your hips, are not as strong as they need to be able to get a pull-up. Well, we don't have to just do pull-ups to do work on that. We can, and that will work that. And obviously a pull-up is going to work all of these things together. But we can also break out rowing motions like a bent over row or a machine row or a TRX row or any of the other rows you can come up with. And we can rotate this around and get you more time and more work in rowing motion that's going to strengthen those muscles and allow you to be able to pull harder, making your pull-up easier when you go to do them. Now, if you're doing a pull-up and you have a grip strength issue, maybe you can barely hold onto the bar, that's something we have to solve before you'll be able to get a real pull-up in, a bodyweight pull-up in, because your body's not going to allow you to pull on something that isn't stable. It's kind of like trying to do a press when you're not stable on the bench or not stable standing. Your body's going to shut things down to prevent you from hurting yourself. So if you're pulling on the bar and your fingers are sliding off, we really need to work on grip strength. There's going to be a number of different exercises and things that you can try to work on your grip strength to make you stronger. But if you do improve your grip strength, everything else will come along with it very quickly. So try and break down what you need to work on, and then work on those specific things. I'm not saying you shouldn't be doing pull-ups. Maybe once or twice a week would be great, but definitely not every day. What you can do is work on pull-ups once or twice a week, and then maybe work on rowing once or twice a week, or work on your grip strength another once or twice a week. Pick out those things that are slowing you down. Work on them outside of when you're doing your pull-ups, so that when you put it all together, you're making more progress more quickly.